Hey guys, today we're going to talk about tuning our instrument. So, violins, violas, cellos have two ways that we can make sure that our instruments are in tune. We can either use the fine tuners in the tailpiece, which is what we will use, or we could use the pegs. Don't recommend starting with the pegs. We're going to have some opportunities for you to be able to go up to various schools throughout the week. Right at this point, I'm doing Wednesdays at Moody just for some drive-up tuning. It's pretty quick and easy. I'm able to do a lot of it, but Wednesdays between 3:30 and 5:30 for drive-up. If you don't need peg tuning, then you can do fine tuner tuning on your own. So the first thing you're going to need to make sure of is that you have either a tuner or a tuner app on your phone or tablet or whichever. I have this Snark clip-on tuner that I like to use sometimes, and I also have an app on my phone. One of the best free ones that I've found is called INSTuner, INSTUNER, and that one it's free, and it lets you know if the note is too high or too low, or if it's the right note. So, first thing you need to know is, what is the note you're trying to achieve? And so that depends on the instrument. Our violas and our cellos, the bottom string will be C, next string G, D, and then A. Violins, like the one I have here, bottom is G, next is D, this is a little out of tune, next is A, next is E. So, if I have a clip-on tuner, I'm just going to clip it onto the instrument, and the best way for that with the Snark ones is to put it around under the neck. So it grabs the sides of the neck like that, and the strings will still ring freely. So turn it on, and I'll check one at a time. Making adjustments. Check one string at a time. Now, this display will show us the letter name of the note and whether it is too low, which would be to the left side of the display, or too high, which would be to the right side of the display. And then we need to make adjustments so that it's just right, straight up and down in the display. So if it's too low, we need to raise the pitch. If it's too high, we need to lower the pitch. Well, how is the pitch made and how is the pitch altered? Anybody that's ever done that funky thing that elementary boys do, where they put a ruler on the side of the desk and go with it, knows that a lower pitch comes out of a looser vibration. A higher pitch comes out of a tighter vibration. So if our pitch is too low, we need to make it tighter. Well, what we're going to want to do is tighten the string, which means turning the fine tuner to the right, righty-tighty, tightens the string. If it's too high, we want to loosen the string, so lefty-loosey. Hopefully you've heard that at some point in your life, but if you haven't, that's the same way for any screw mechanism. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and that will let you tighten or loosen the strings. So going through one at a time, and you check, and I can tell sometimes by sound if I'm going to make this one really bad. So my E is on, my A is on, my D is on, and my G isn't as bad as I thought it would be. see, I can make this one worse. So G, D, A. We can tell that's very low. You don't even need to be able to tell initially that it's low. You just need to be able to tell that it's wrong. And then you're going to use the tuner to find out which way it's wrong. So then I can use the tuner. And it's ready to go. We need to make sure that we tune our instrument with the fine tuners every single time we're going to play. Very, very important. Someday we'll talk about peg tuning, but unless you know what you're doing, I wouldn't really mess with it. That's a pretty easy way to break the strings, and we obviously don't want to break the strings because a broken string is a string then you have to buy a replacement for. And if you break a bunch of strings going, oh, I know how to do it, then I think your parents will not be too terribly thankful to have to buy a whole bunch of extra strings. Once we're tuned, then we're ready to play, ready to make some good sounds. All right, see you guys soon.